Well, it is so interesting to know that the United Nations UN has actually intervened in the ongoing Endsars protest because, of course, it was a very big protest in the world because a lot of countries got involved, and UN has just decided to intervene, and they made a lot of things known because they said a lot of things in Nigeria actually caused the Endsars protest, that especially joblessness and the coronavirus was the main cause that spurred the Endsars protest in Nigeria. And it says that the government must do everything possible to ensure that there is a lot of employment and better living for Nigerians. There were a lot of things that UN said because there was a meeting with the president and the secretary general and others with the president just yesterday. Anyway, more details I'll bring to you about this shortly. But please, if you haven't subscribed, ensure you hit the subscribe button immediately and also turn on the notification bell. And if you're new to my channel, well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you for coming here. If you're a returning subscriber, I really do appreciate you. You guys are the best and really wonderful. Thank you for attracting good people and good luck to my channel. Yes, I do not take that for granted. Yes, I really appreciate you. Okay, my people, without further ado, ensure you give this video a thumbs up. Let's dive into the details of this report. The United Nations Deputy Secretary General Amina Mohammed has blamed coronavirus pandemic and the wave of joblessness that followed it for the historic Endsars campaign that was held in Nigeria last month. I have to say that there are lots of protests around the world that have been exacerbated by COVID because COVID has left people out of work, left people hopeless because of the socio-economic impact in many of those protests. The Nation reported Ms. Mohammed as saying during a meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari at the State House on Monday, Ms. Mohammed, a former Nigerian environment minister, dismissed criticism of President Buhari's crackdown on protesters to praise her former boss as having promptly responded to the protest better than any other world leader in a similar situation. We have not seen government turn around in response as quickly as this government did, Ms. Mohammed said, according to the Nation. Ms. Mohammed's comments marked a sharp contrast from the position of her boss as the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres condemned Nigerian military's deployment of armed soldiers against civilians at a protest ground in Lekki, Lagos, during which at least 9 people were killed. Amnesty International, in its presentation to world institutions, said its credible findings show that at least 10 people were killed by the military. President Buhari has declined to publicly condemn the attack or other investigation, but his cabinet ministers have said an investigation will be carried out. Ms. Mohammed served for 2 years as President Buhari's environment minister before she left for the United Nations, which could explain her decision to shower effusive praises on the president in disregard of widespread and credible civil society reports of gruesome violation Endsars protesters' rights. Maintaining her premise that Endsars protests, which saw a robust participation of middle-class Nigerians, were caused by joblessness and hopelessness rather than decades of police brutality. Ms. Mohammed said the UN would work with the Nigerian government to ensure urgent action on social and economic issues in the country. So the UN's response to this is that we must make sure that what happened in this protest, we are able to address those issues, those gaps, and begin the reform. In fact, I would say the transformation that are needed to address many of these outstanding issues. For that, we need to engage youth. We need to engage government. I think what has been put in place are those building blocks, and the support of the UN has been asked to make sure that those conveniences can happen and that we can build back trust and have confidence building measures in order to get to where we need to, where the social contract between government and the people is firm and trustworthy, is working for the benefit of the Nigerian people, Ms. Mohammed said. Well, she is just, trying to praise President Muhammadu Buhari and make it look like he was swift in his respond to answer to the demands of the young protesters in Nigeria. But I don't think she is right, because she was very partial about what she came to say, because she said the protest was actually spurred by the coronavirus, and also it was spurred by joblessness of Nigerian youth. That is why the protest took place. But she forgot that this is not just about coronavirus. In fact, it has been decades of, unemployment, harsh situation, police brutality, and the likes in Nigeria. And Nigerians have been bearing this for a long time. So when they came out, it is not because of coronavirus. In fact, the season of coronavirus, a lot of Nigerians were just inside their houses, not minding what would happen. But, before the coronavirus, for years, Nigerians have always suffered police brutality. And that was where they started from, that this must stop. But when this UN secretary came, she felt that, okay, it was about coronavirus and joblessness. But thank God, at the end of the day, she actually felt that, okay, there's a place for government and there's a place for the people. But the government that we have today, are they ready to listen to the cry of the people? They are just very oppressive. They don't care about anybody. So anybody that is trying to preach to this government that the government is about people and all of that, this government really do not care whether it is about people. They rather prefer to oppress every Nigerian. They rather prefer to oppress everyone that is ready to speak up. Imagine when Nigerians even said, okay, Endsars, because the brutality is too much. You went ahead to give the Endsars another name, and you just brought out a few people and said the SWAT team is beginning training and they will be in town soon. What difference does that make? Who is the stupid one here? Do they feel that Nigerians are stupid or what? This government is not a government that gives the ears to the people. They do not care what the people feel. People are being killed on a daily basis, and they deny these claims on a daily basis that nobody is killed. They continue to deny claims that Nigerians are okay. Boko Haram has been, killing people on a daily basis, destroying homes, destroying villages, destroying farms, and all herdsmen destroying people's farm, going into people's houses, doing all sort of things. They are yet to be caught. Even those that were sponsored, their accounts are yet to be freezed. So I don't know what this government is really doing. So trying to speak to the government to say that this government is quick in responding, but they have not even implemented one out of any of those things that have been demanded by young Nigerians. So if after 1 month they cannot even implement one, then that means they won't be able to do it, because when the shooting came, it was less than 24 hours when the shooting started, and young Nigerians were killed. So what is she saying about, because she has worked with Muhammad Buhari, we don't expect much from her. But all the way, anyway, I don't know what you guys have to say about this. Please endeavor to drop it in the comment section, because I want to hear from you, and also give this video a thumbs up. To have a pleasant time. Bye for now.